Hello and welcome to the Gentle Roadmap channel. Will AI replace our jobs, and what is the future of jobs? It is said that there are two topics that will affect your life irrespective of your attention to them: money and health. This topic relates to both, one more direct than the other: jobs. It is discouraging to open LinkedIn to read another last day post and involuntary open to work photo badges. The number of lost jobs in the tech sector in 2023 alone is a staggering over 220,000. At the top, the wind flew in favor of the private companies and governments, which saw making profits in a laissez-faire economy achieve the nation's prosperity dreams. I leave this simple diagram here to give a hint of what I propose as a little yet impactful solution, elaborated in the coming weeks. I read the Think and Grow Rich book, authored by Napoleon Hill. The book was first published in 1937, so the copy that my friend bought and I borrowed was the new edition, while still keeping the original words. In several chapters, Hill praised the American capitalistic model. It was relatively sound considering the nuance and context where the book was written. The world was in the middle of the Great Depression, which eventually led to the Second World War. Experts believed it was the perfect storm of multiple factors, ranging from the crash of the stock market in 1929 to the massive bank runs. When life pushes a pendulum to one end, it is only natural to swing towards the other end. From the deepest pit of economic crisis, it is only humane to want to strive for extreme richness, an example of overfitting or overcorrection. That's loss aversion psychology for you. Moreover, the history of the United States as a nation, which was briefly recounted by Hill to motivate his readers in the spirit of pursuit of richness, makes it logical and sensible that building nationwide wealth was the obvious goal the founding fathers had. The essence of the pursuit was to reach financial freedom instead of channeling the wealth back to the British overlords, and to gain a footing as a new nation that could ensure the welfare of all her citizens. As the Second World War ended, the soldiers returned to the US, the Fed and the President decided to lower the interest rates, giving rise to the era of consumerism. With lower interest rates, borrowing became cheaper and companies flourished to replace exports temporarily. It makes sense because the largest economies to receive their exports, which were Europe and Japan, also faced ruins after the war. The war veterans stepped back into work with work and stable income that entailed bigger aspirations in life, such as starting a family. The mortgage was affordable to service, borrowing money became a common practice, houses were refurbished bigger, and the median income was higher. However, as the US entered the new era of Reaganomics, it was altogether a new economy. The discrepancy in the median income growth between the top 1% and the 99% was over 70%. People were richer than before, but the inflated prices also made their increasing wages afford less than before. The worrying development towards a recession economy, residency status and homelessness, tech companies attract top talents from abroad, for example. Loss of purpose feelings. Even when you're at no risk of getting evicted from your domicile, food is still served on the table. The loss of meaningful work impinges on a looming psychological issue of lowering self-esteem. Gen Z, the newest batch of workers in the job market, have a different outlook about this. With the financial downfall in sight, their approach towards employment and personal finance is the radical opposite, opting for less hustle, aiming for the soft life culture. According to a PwC report, the risk of automation replacing about 30% of occupations by the mid-2030s makes it critical to comprehend the scope of this replacement. Let's examine one paper by Autor that argues that similarly in the past, jobs only transformed instead of reduced. The section of the paper quotes the report about the Blue Ribbon National Commission paneled by President Lyndon Johnson. He was the 36th president of the US, that the key takeaway of the assessment on automation in the 1970s is that technological disruption only eliminates jobs, not work. The paper proposes that the media overstate the problem while ignoring the advantages of automation, as automation has not eradicated the majority of jobs in the past. Autor further argues that automation will not be entirely transformative at lightning speed. The first reason is that the current automated systems still need human intervention to regularize the environment. I've been toying about the idea of whether to post a video explanation on YouTube or even whether I should be active on YouTube after all. But one quote was enough to tip the balance. You write to appeal to the smart people, you make videos to appeal to more people. And we never take any action until we hit a wall. So here I am, hitting a wall with the influx of inspiration and pressure to spread awareness about this topic. I wrote an 8-week research series funded by Solana Super Team UK, a community for technologists and enthusiasts in Solana ecosystem. But condensing the gist into a couple of videos will reach more people, especially those who haven't read my writing and don't have time to peruse the articles. The second reason is based on Polanyi's paradox, which is far to overcome even with machine learning algorithms. But even though it doesn't decrease the required work, it still poses major issues. Firstly, job polarization. It means either the highly abstract jobs or jobs requiring manual dexterity are less replaceable than highly codifiable jobs. But in Kantian argument, jobs are part of human dignity. Doing meaningful work imparts a key component of self-actualization. Forcing job polarization causes people to either upgrade their skills, which may require more capital, or accept the reality that their current skills are less worthy, so they must be content with downgraded work. Secondly, wage inequality. It's only natural that those shifting to the more abstract thinking tasks will receive better compensation, while those in the other end of the spectrum with more manual jobs face inelastic demands, resulting in wage inequality. I can argue further that receiving UBI is not the solution to address the wage inequality. Back during pandemic era, ceteris paribus, not being able to socialize and do meaningful work took a toll on people's mental health. Therefore, the free money argument is still a moot point when discussing problem of AI replacing jobs. The last section I'm going to discuss is about the future of jobs. As hinted in the diagram, solopreneurship is on the rise to fill the new way of earning money and social roles. But it doesn't come without challenges. I'll discuss solopreneurship more in the coming episodes. So this premiere episode so far has covered the problematic stance of the partial approach by measuring AI job replacement only by the amount of work. Leave your comments below for thoughts and discussions, and until next time, bye bye.